And it really began right here in this house. This is the first house that I ever built for the server. And it's just a little simple house with some crops over here. And if we go inside, there's just a bed and some simple furnaces. And it's just really the basics of what this world started around. And then the next two people to play were really Ben and Will. And this is Ben's first house. He built it right into the mountainside. So if we go inside, have a look at this. He expanded this a lot. He just mined out this whole part. If we go down here, he built a little wooden glass overlook part that looks pretty nice. See some cool stuff. And if we go up, we can see his sky bridge and a little secret part he built. So let's go look at the sky bridge that's leading onto the top of this mountain that he claimed as his mountain. So if we go up here, it leads to his bedroom, or where his bedroom used to be. And his little farm area. His bedroom is no longer here because he moved to a new house, and we'll have a look at that in a little bit. But first, let's go to the sky area. We have a nice little overlook of the whole town over there. I will be showing you all this stuff later in the video. And up here, we have a little unfinished addition he built. Ben is kind of known in the server for not finishing things. This huge build right here, the town hall, is something he built. And it is not done yet, as the top floor and roof is not done. So, moving on, we have a little waterfall right here that leads to the main town area. So let's go into town now. So we take the waterfall down, and this is the main town area. We all call this the town center. We have a nice beacon over here. So the first building over here is our nether portal. No Minecraft world is complete without a nether portal. I'm gonna take a drink real quick because my voice really hurts. Alright, thank you for bearing with me. But here's our nether portal room. It's pretty simple. We have some netherrack with flames around it. Nether themed build. Looks pretty good. Me and Danny built this. And the biggest build in town is the town library. This was a project of me and Will's. A cool feature is the American flag banners on the front built by Ben. He looked up and how to make these. Now the library is supposed to be open to the public and serve them of our town. So we have a polar bear in here, which was Noah and Max. They tamed this and brought it over here on a leash, and it was pretty cool. And then over here we have a public ender chest for everyone to enjoy, and we have an enchanting table. This enchanting table gets level 30, so it's pretty good. If we go up here, we have some nice spiral stairs that I built. I want to go for a real library feel. And one of the coolest parts of the library is if you go up here, we built a tower in the back. And it has a great view overlooking the town. So I'm gonna climb up this ladder, which can take a little while, and I'm gonna show you the town. So let me just try to get over here without falling off and dying. So if we look over here, we have a great view of the entire town. There's a lot of buildings in here, and so it's gonna take me a little while to look at them all. Let me see if I can jump in the water without dying. And I'm not gonna risk it. I'll just go down the ladder. So this build took us a great deal to build. This was a lot of stone bricks. Let's go down here. I'm not 100% sure where this goes, so it might be a dead end. And it looks like there's a way out of here. So I'm just gonna mine this sand and get out of here. So you're seeing a lot of stuff right now that I'm gonna have to explain a little bit, but let's go back into town first. So another early build is the stables. These were built by Ben, so here's Ben's horses. He found some diamond armor early on in the dungeons. We have Will's horses. A couple of horses have met tragic fates and died, so we'll have to talk about this later. Here's my horses. I found some skeleton horses on lightning strike, so I was very happy to claim these. And we have Danny's horses. Over here used to be my sheep pen, but sadly all of our animal farms got relocated due to the Xbox One not having enough room for all the animals. If we go over here, we have the bulletin board. So we have the Minecraft World Commandments. Number 1, thou shalt not kill any man for no reason. I wrote these and I went for like a Bible / like religious feel, but none of these rules are really followed, and people kill each other and do stuff all the time because it's Minecraft. That's what it's meant for. have fun with your friends no matter how you do it. Over here we have the public chest where we have about a gazillion saddles. I'll explain longer. Over here we have the to-do list. We were tired of people coming in saying they don't have anything to do. So we made this to-do list, but it's not really like follow or listen. So next thing, this fountain is something that Danny made. I'm pretty sure it's broken. It's missing glowstone because so many noobs have killed creepers. Over here we have our town beacon. Underneath it is a pillar of iron and someone is buried. This is my house. This is the second house I built after the first one, and it's pretty little. We have a jukebox down here and a little chest. Go upstairs. I used to store all my chests in here. Up here, I used to store more like my junk blocks in these chests, but I moved everything to underground. So if we go into my basement, I have some signs where I just wrote some ridiculous stuff, just trying to be funny, Have my little painting here. Have a room I just made for the sake of making a room over here. There's a secret in this painting because who wouldn't have a painting that big with that secret? I'll show you that in a second. Down here is one of the first rooms I made in my basement. I really like how this one looked with the checkered and the walls and how this painting fits perfectly. Right here, this tunnel is what we call the project, worked by me, Ben, and Will. It's basically a tunnel connecting all of our houses underground. So I already showed you Ben's house is over there. Will's house is over there. I'll show you that in a second when I'm done showing my basement. So the main room in my basement is my chest room, and I really wanted to be organized, so I built all these chests with these item frames, and they just really this is the bone chest. See, there's bones. This is a bow and arrow chest, bow and arrows, tool chest, mob drop chest, seed chest, and it's just really full of a lot of stuff. I have my cobble chest. These are pretty empty right now. Will took it all for his castle. So that's my chest room. We have a little secret entrance here we can get through. And I built this little expansion over here. This is kind of just like a little room. You go off rooms, hot tub here because who doesn't want a hot tub? Go down here. This is the biggest room in my basement, which is the tree farm, which is, let's go to ground level. Get on my axe, which we just have a massive room just full of trees. And it's just like, if you mine this whole thing, you get 4 stacks of wood. I built a little pathway on the top so I can run around over here. It's just a huge room planted with trees. The ceiling is a little special. I'll show you why. There's a special room for that, and the floor is kind of built in the ceiling, which gives it a pretty cool thing. Go up here. We're still room for expansion. I'm pretty sure this tunnel goes into someone else's house. I think someone else mined in my basement. But this is all finished. There used to be a tunnel over here, but I will show you now what I've been working on. I call this my project, so if you remember seeing the ceiling of the tree farm being this, that's why. And there's tons of building materials in these chests. This is really cool. It's all sandstone and purple. Go down here. I really like how this looks. It's very grand with the pillars and the stuff. I think the ceiling could use a little work. I'm not really a big fan of that. There's some nice lava flowing pillars. I like this again. I think the stone ceiling is very clean. I want to make this all quartz, but I don't have enough quartz right now. I'm a little low on food, so I'm going to eat some cooked fish, which is the best. I think in real life I'm allergic to fish because last time I ate I threw up, but I don't like to talk about that. Down here is the project. I eventually want to make a minecart with a bunch of different rooms, like one for each season, so go through like an overworld of like spring, summer, fall, and have like another world. So I've been mining this out with a lot of help of friends. We have found tons of diamonds over here, and it's just a really cool project I've been working on. And it's also spawned slimes down here, so that's really cool. There's a mine shaft up here. You see this goes for a decent distance. I mined it out pretty far, but I'm gonna need to mine out more. So this basement, this is like one of those projects where you start and you never finish, and my friends have been telling me like, hey, you're gonna start this thing and you're gonna have all these big dreams and stuff for it, and you're never gonna finish it. And I always said I would finish it, but I've honestly spent so much time down there mining, I don't know if I'll ever really finish it. And so now when we're going up, I might as well talk about my bow. It's basically the best bow in the game, and I named it Sobek Mach 2. Sobek Mach 1 was the same exact thing, but sadly, Sobek Mach 1 died. My friend Danny, who has had a couple concussions, so that's what he blamed for him killing me. We were in the nether, and he said, "Jake, get out the way," and I didn't get out the way in time, and he shot me in the face, and I died. So now I want to show you a secret in the thing. If you come in here, the secret chest. Psych, that's not very secretive. So as I said before, every large painting like this has a secret behind, so here I am inside it. So one thing I want to do about this secret is, it's not exactly obvious, because standing in the pressure plate you hear pistons going off, but you don't know where. So I'm hoping that I can outsmart people. Outsmarting myself, can't even pronounce the word. By if you put an item on the frame, on any wood frames, it'll stay. So now if we go down here, in this corner, this just opened up. If we look behind, there are pistons, so this part gets closed when there's not an item frame on it. And if you go down here, there's something very special. So as a joke, our friends used to call wheat weed. And obviously, you gotta build a weed farm, because what's Minecraft without pretending to be like doing something illegal? And we'll get back to that again. So this is the farm. We have some nice lights here, some nice water. It's a wicked inefficient setup, but it's a joke just to like be funny about some of that stuff. So now that we are done with my house, let's move on. So actually, let's go over here. This is Noah's house. It's a nice little house. He originally made the blacksmith house, but he made this into his house. And if you go down here, there are some lava, and it leads to his underground place. I would jump down the lava, but I'm not sure if anybody placed a brick in there to kill him or something. So if we go down here, this is his nice little underground house. The lava thing's right here. It looks like I wouldn't have died. He has some nice furnaces in here. It's a really nice place, and I believe if we go through here, we have his dojo. So this is a place of meditation, and it's really cool designed, and it's just a really cool place. So now I'll show you one of Noah's secret things, which he probably does not appreciate, but we have a little cauldron activated door here. So see if my guy will get in the cauldron, and we're in. He built this little secret potion brewing room, his meth lab as he calls it. Our friend Will also has a meth lab. Looks like there's some potions and potion brewing ingredients right there. So yeah, that's pretty much all of Noah's things. Let's see if I can do this without dying. Alright, did that. Next, this is Dan's house. And speaking of illegal activity with the weed farm, I will get to some more right here. So there's Operation Save Charlie, which was the polar bear that originally resided in Danny's house. And if you see something suspicious right here, you are right. So if we go down here and take this little tunnel, it will lead to something which I don't think it's very obvious now, but this was a big secret at the time. So if you're not very familiar with what these are duping machines. You can look up the dupe glitch on like any YouTube channel, and it basically just dispenses a bunch of diamonds at you as fast as possible if you put a piece of redstone in the middle and turn it on, and which you can use to use a duping method. So this was me and Danny's like secret base, and we covered it up with this up here, and it's supposed to be like Realm the Eldest Guardians and all this stuff. You'd press a button right here, the piston would open, and you could go down here, and it would have never been found out if Danny did not build that tunnel into his house. And then Will discovered it and started to witch hunt with us. And so we got in a little war. This was our storage room. I remember one of these chests was just full of 64 stacks of diamonds, and it was so funny. And then we have a furnace wall. And this was our secret operating base. We had our farm right here so we could never run out. We had our tree farm right here, so basically we were invincible here, and we were building our secret exit out of here, and then we got caught. So yeah, it was a pretty cool experience when we were running away, and it kind of started a little war in the server about duping, and it was just a really fun experience. And the server was at war for a little bit, versus the people who supported dupers versus the people who were against the dupers. So it was basically me, Danny, and Gaylord versus everyone else. And you know, it was a fight, and it was fun. So this was the original way to get in here. There's a dirt wall, and no one really found out about this dirt wall. Over here we have a little forest. And over here we have Mitch's complex. We have our friend Devin and Zach's house, who did not choose to follow the aesthetic of the rest of the village with the wooden stuff and made them out of cobble. So this is one of Mitch's houses. I'm not going to go into it because no one lives there, but he built this nice looking house. This is Mitch's first house, which is currently Keyshawn's house, which is pretty cool looking. I would go into it, but no one lives there. This is my automatic melon farm. Basically, there's some bud switches here, and whenever a melon grows, it will knock the melon out. Good thing. This is my auto harvesting wheat farm I built. If you've ever seen one of these, basically, you press the buttons and the pistons release the water, and everything flows into a certain location. Harvesting this will get you like 4 stacks of wheat, and it's really built into the town, as there's like 1 block difference between this and right here. So I would do that, but I really don't feel like replanting. So next, let's look at one of the original players, Will's house. I'm gonna get a sip of water and then I'll show you Will's house. Will's house, he calls it the half house, as it's a skyscraper, but it's half of a house, as instead of like a double slant roof, it's a single slant. So let's go inside. First floor doesn't have much really, has a nice little, it's supposed to be a hot tub with a blue water, a little table. Go upstairs. I really like his stair design. This is his bedroom. He has a cool map. I'll explore the whole map. There used to be more, but he took them. Nice little bedroom with lights right there. Keep going. We have the meeting room where we've had many tense meetings, and there's originally 3 chairs, but Noah wanted one, so he placed on a stone chair, and that's why it doesn't match. And we have where the chest room used to be. This whole room used to be filled with chests, but he moved it to the downstairs, which I will show you now. I really like how the stairs work in this house. I want to build some like this. Now we go downstairs. This is the anvil room. It used to be a chest room. And this is the project again. I just heard a witch, so as you can see, it connects me, Ben, and his house. This goes into the basement, which is huge. Chest room number 1, he has everything sorted out. Oh, hello there, witch. And you're dead, son. Let me just eat some food. I didn't realize how low I was. Chest room number 1, this is 1 of 2. Nice little, I really like the chest room. This is a really big room. This is his plant room, and there used to be his animal farm room. And if you notice, oh, there's still some animals in here. Rabbits? Dang. This is really hollowed out, but wait until we even go down more. I have a really funny story about this. This is his meth lab, which is really cool. There's a lot of quartz in here, a lot of cool blocks. I really like the aesthetic. And then we have this huge hollowed out mine. Originally, when he was making this, he mined out everything before the rooms, and he went to go show me all this. And I didn't know, but I accidentally put it into third person like this. And I walked off the edge, and I fell down this whole thing and died. And Will was trying to be secret about showing me this whole mine. And as soon as I died, everyone rushed over and found about this huge mine he had been digging by himself. And it goes for a while that way and turns left. And it also goes for a while this way. And down here, if you notice all the cobble structures, that is actually where we fight the wither. And we built these little fortresses. And this is where the wither exploded right in here. You can see how far this continues to go by. This was all dug out by Will and Max. Max really doesn't have much like buildings, as he called himself, pro miner, and he really just mined for everyone, and you could hire him and he would mine out your mines for you, and it would be good as long as you got to keep some of the diamonds. So now I don't want to go back up, but I believe we can get to my mine from down here, which I did not show you. So let's try not to kill myself over here. But yep, now we are in my mine, which is underneath my house. So let me just kill this skeleton. Get wrecked, noob. So this is my mine. It's a pretty big place down here, hollowed out a good distance. As you can see, these tunnels go pretty far. They go like 1,000 blocks away. But you're not here to see mines. Everyone has a mine, so let's get out of here. This is the way out of my mine. It's just like, I'm gonna put stairs here someday, but I'm too lazy. But what's cool about this is the mine goes directly under the library. Like, what are the chances that if you walk out of here, it goes right under the library right here? So, and the cool part about this is if you spam A, you can fly through here. And this comes out right near the town again. So once again, we're right in the center of town. And speaking of that, I'm gonna go over here and show you Dylan's, Will's brother. He built, we call it the compound. It's a nice little area over here. So he originally built this little house to our right, and there's some really cool stuff over here. So this is his area right here. Let's eat real quick. He has an igloo and a fireplace, which is a really cool idea. I've never seen anyone ever build an igloo in Minecraft, so we have a nice little igloo right here with a fireplace inside. Don't know how it doesn't melt the snow. There's a nice little shed here, which I think is cool. I really like the flowers right here. I think it's a really good design. And then this is the animal farm, and he has a big wheat farm. So the house is pretty basic. I like the design. Oh, I've not actually been down here. So it just looks like he's a simple little item room he's gonna build. This is really cool. This is nice. I like this. And this is what I like about having this world is there's a lot of stuff. Like every time I go around, there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen, and it's pretty active. So yeah, this is a sweet little area built by him. Over here we have Will's other brother's Levi's house, who played once and they'd never play again. So his house was kind of raided by Mitch, and that was a pretty funny occurrence as his house was getting destroyed. Over here we have a little farm, pretty cool. We have a little shed over here, and this area, it's pretty neat. I'm probably gonna get trapped in here. So let me figure out how to get out. Can I? There we go. Next, I'm going to show you the biggest building in the whole thing, the town hall. This thing is simply massive, and there's a tiny little house right here, and I don't know who built it, but I've been inside here before, and there's an automatic egg thing. There's an automatic egg collector, and oh boy, there's a lot of eggs in there. And I don't know who built this. I don't know if they built it just for that, or they got the chickens trapped in there and then built it. So there's something very cool that Noah built that I'll show you in a little bit. But first I'm going to show you the town hall. This is a huge building. I whiffed that shot. 0 for 2. 1 for 3. 1 for 3, that's, screw that, I'm done. So this is, I like the way it's done. There's some giant pillars here, but I would not build it this big. I mean, just look at this. It's simply massive. Nice chandelier here. I'll take you up to the second floor. There's a good look. I mean, it's not really done. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done, and I don't know if they'll ever finish it because just the materials needed. Like, look how much wood this must have taken. And speaking of massive, Will said you're not gonna have the biggest thing built, and built this giant castle right there that we'll take a look at now. And one of the reasons why we built here was there's a nice village, but sadly that village has been raided for everything that was ever in there. So let's see if I can actually make this jump. There we go. Lost a hard half. I like this area right here, a little garden, little thing that's really cool. This is a huge thing. In one of my other videos about finding the Ender Dragon, we had a nice little meeting there. So next to my original house is very fitting is a giant castle. And it took Will's just days to prepare. It's a homeless shelter that Ben built, just basically a building with some beds in it. So over here we have also the bridge built by Gaylord, which started out as a single stone path over to this new island, which was completely undeveloped. And we're like, Gaylord, what has you built that is ugly? You need to finish it and make it look good. And then he made it look amazing. And Gaylord's house is kind of like the main attraction that everyone loves in the server, and I'll show you why. So this is Will's castle. It is huge. Especially the middle part he built in here, the inner castle. It is absolutely giant. He built a throne room right here. Still not done. There's a gatekeeper in there. It looks really cool. This is just a huge building. This is Ben's new house, and continuing with his trend of not finishing stuff, it is not finished. I'll go inside because I want to show you the baby zombie that he got trapped inside and then gave diamond armor. And yep, here it is. Here's his baby zombie right there. It's pretty sick. I'm gonna go upstairs just to show you how massive Will's castle is. The thing is really big, and of course, gotta kill the creeper. I'm pretty sure they die if you hit them once with this bow fully charged. And over here, oh shoot, we fell. This is a villager spawner. It's not working. Not 100% sure why. Probably because we built it wrong. Right here we have the first thing we'll see of Gaylord's house. He built kind of this outdoor area. Still not sure what he's gonna do with this pit, but he always does very creative things. He just had us mine out this huge area. This used to be a whole mountain, and then he built this nice little part right here. Over here is our chorus farm. I built this farm. It's pretty basic. Basically, you get up here and you mine all the spores, which are these things, and you go to the bottom and mine all the plants. In the distance, you have our sky bridge, which goes to our mob farm and our tree farm. So I'll show you Gaylord's house now. There's this little cool area here. And he has these triple doors. So over here he has his huge room, which is really cool. He has these portal things, which actually, if you use some nether portals in nether, bring us here. His ender dragon, which he has a trophy. Ender dragon egg, some cactuses. Gaylord and Sean both live here, and Sean built a lot of these decorations, but Gaylord built most of the house. Over here is a little lookout room made of glass, pretty cool. You can see some more of the world. Japanese flags apparently. Go up here. Go to the upstairs, which is pretty small. Go over here, we have the sniper's nest, which I've killed a lot of people from. You know, just you can snipe everyone. It's really cool. And this house is just, it has a lot of cool features. Like, check this out. We have some lights, and all the lights in the house are hooked up to daytime sensors, so it's really cool. Nice little balcony area. Go down here, we have a little boat launching area, really cool. And the dock wraps around all the way to our shipyard. The inside, we have the first chest room. Go up here, we have a nice little glass part overlooking another little farm entrance that leads to the wraparound dock. Gaylord's main bedroom. I'll jump down here. I have trouble navigating this place. It's kind of confusing. We have Sean's part. I really liked what he did here, and then he even expanded it. He has a really cool room over here, which Sean is all about fishing and getting enchanted books, so he has a lot of enchanted books. So this is a cool room built by him. And Gaylord's house is cool because he just kept on expanding and expanding it from this bridge that he originally built over here, and it's huge now. I'm probably forgetting some parts of this, but it just looks really cool. Oh yeah, I'm forgetting, if we go up the stairs which lead to the sky bridge, he built this new area over here, which is where he keeps his horse apparently. So that's really cool. And what is next? So now I'll show you the wraparound dock area. If we go down here, I built a boathouse over here, which connects to Will's thing. So I really like this glass part up here. You can see up it. I like the birch wood too. Go up here and we have a chest room that doesn't have any chests in it, but it's still cool nonetheless. And we just have an upstairs, pretty cool. Overlooks Will's castle. We're gonna build a stairs eventually right here to Will's castle. And now we have our other beacon right here, which has a boat stuck to the bottom because we thought we could ride up that water stream, but you can't. This is Gaylord's little outside area. His horses here, some nice nature. It's really cool. I'm about to sneeze, I think. Oh boy. Ouch. Bless me. So over here we have a tunnel that I built, or the canal. And we get in a boat. So this is a cool little area I built, which leads to the boat shipyard, which we have some more ideas for over here. So we only have one boat right now, built by me. It's pretty small, but I like the way it looks. It's a cool little boat. Over here we have Mitch's little boathouse, which Will wants to build a giant pirate ship right here, so I hope he does that in the future. Over here, this is the beginning of Max's house, which is huge. I'm not sure if he's ever gonna finish that. Let me go get my boat again. We can head back. I believe I still have some stuff to show. Oh, I still need to show the other part in the middle of the lake. So I took the time, I filled this all with solid water, put some stone on the floor. I like the way it looks. Have a little bridge. Oh yeah, I need to go up here. This is one of our more recent projects. This was built by Noah. I forget what he calls this, but it's wicked cool. I think it's called the Sky Base. It's gonna take a little while to get up there, but this is honestly one of my favorite things in the build. It takes forever to get up there, so I just burped, excuse me. So I still need to show all the stuff over there. There's some cool stuff, and over there and over there. So we are almost at the top. I start off the video on that peak right there, which I want to build like an observation deck off of, so we can really have a good view of the whole world. But the sky base honestly has a really good view of the whole world, and I really want to get Xbox Live again so I can play this again with the guys. So this is the thing. There are some nice views up here. So it's really cool up here. It snows on here, which is kind of a problem because we have to clear it. I'm pretty sure if you fall off in most places you won't die from here. So I actually have not, the water stops here, so we can't keep going down up, but this is a really cool place, you know. There's not much up here, but it's really cool. So I'm gonna jump down and then I'm gonna show you another build of Noah. Oh, I took damage. That's new. This boat looks like it's literally made of like rotting wood. That's kind of gross. So if we go over here, I'll show you some more stuff built in the base. First, I will go to Mitch's. I'll go to Will's actually graveyard first, which is very sad. So I'm not gonna go in there. This is here lies Will's Jr., Will's first horse that got killed. And then here lies Twilight, his second horse that got killed. Very tragic, very sad. This is Mitch's house, which is really cool. Our friend Peter originally had a house here, but Mitch destroyed it and built it here. We have a little bridge over here, and this leads to Noah's church. Noah decided he was tired of getting killed and decided to become the pastor. But then he did some activities and he was killed again, so no blood will be shed inside the church. Violated your answer to the Lord, so you want to do some role playing as a pastor. I like how the inside and outside are both really well made. You can preach the sermons right here. Go up here. This is offer box. I'm not sure why this is in the back and not the front. I don't think there's anything back here. Yeah, there's nothing really here. So now I've showed you his church. Let me show you one of the worst looking parts of the whole place, which is me and Sean's fish farms. So these are basically AFKs. I believe there's 3 of them now, so we can have 3 people AFKing at once, and they're automatic, so these all feed into his chest. We have tons of stuff caught, and they're all just trash. So yeah, you go in there AFK, you can look up the tutorial for that. So now this is the prison which I'm working on, which is not done. This is a massive build that I've been working on. And so we have a little entrance room. Inside here we're gonna have the main room and the mess hall. We have the kitchen. So here's the kitchen, and this is the mushroom stew. It's the cook, debone. So the prisoners can get fed mushroom stew, which we're gonna put right here, and then we'll have some tables in there. This is the upstairs of the prison. We have a room, and then we have the 2 offices. So this is gonna be my office overlooking the prison, and then we have Will, who's gonna be the executioner. This is his office. It looks very cool. He used to have some armor stands in here, but we reached the max armor stands, and that's one of the problems with playing with Xboxes. You can only have a certain amount of animals and armor stands, so I'm trying to convince the guys to get on PC, but most of them don't have a PC or don't really want to play on PC, so that's a problem. Over here we have just a room outlooking the yard. I'm going to build some weight sets and stuff in the yard. Over here we have the 4 max security cells, so we have 4 cells right there. Can you complete this? Over here we have the execution room, which this is the law of execution. Put them in here and pull the lever, they die. Will's the executioner of this prison, so he's in charge of that. Oh, just ran into my cell blocks. These are all controlled through one switch, I believe. I'm not sure if it's done being set up yet, but when it's finished, they'll all be controlled between one switch. Here we have the yard. I got some nice green grass over here. This is a level area that Devin has been leveling out to make your soccer stadium on him, so that has some cool hope. This is another part, ouch, of Gaylords House. This is potion brewing room, which if we go into here leads into the main part of his house, so it's really cool. I'm pretty sure there's not much left to show in the world. I've showed off pretty much everything, but I think I need to still go across the sky bridge. So let me hustle over there. I'll grab this boat and head over to the sky bridge. The sky bridge leads to our mod and what is it called? Tree farm. So actually, I'm gonna take the sky bridge. I'm not gonna take a boat over there. This is where Noah was trying to do something with airships, and he got to the top of the world, but he kept dying. So where the heck am I going? Oh, I just destroyed all those lily pads. So no, that's not good. Hopefully, no one wanted those. So, there's ice under there. That's probably from someone's Frostwalker boots. So there's a minecart here. Just get in. Just gonna send it. So take the sky bridge across, go by Lauren's house. Keyshawn put this glass here, and it's good, but it's trippy. It kind of hurts my eyes when we go through. Has a good view of some stuff over here. Now let's get off here. I believe there's slime right here, so you can jump off. It's really cool. Ow! I took a lot of damage right there. Ouch. This leads to the tree farm. I'm not going to show you guys. Just a bunch of trees. Go down here. We have the mob farm. The mob spawner, which we found a skeleton spawner, so you can AFK, come back, kill like 30 skeletons, get a level or 2. Me and Will were in charge of building this, so here we go. There's no torches down here because people are having trouble spawning them, so you have an observation deck, so we usually just go right here, and then you go down, and should be some skeletons spawn. They funnel right here, And you can just spam your controller, never get hit, and get unlimited drops. You have some bows in there and some swords. So that's how we got our levels for a while. And so I'm pretty sure this is pretty much a tour of the world. I hope you enjoyed it. I really like for most of the guys to come back to the world, and I feel like we could really like play again. And the world was really hopping with a lot of stuff, and we have some other stuff like our end portal and the room to that, but I didn't feel like those were very exciting, so I didn't show them. I really just showed the most important parts. And I know I definitely forgot something important. My friends are probably gonna be like, you forgot to show my house or something. But yeah, so this was a world tour, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. If you want to see more Minecraft videos, like and subscribe, leave a comment what you'd like to see. Thank you, everyone.